Welcome to the Uzziah Show. I am your host, Uzziah, your success strategist. And if you have any questions about your business, career, or finances, then this is the show for you. Welcome. I'm so excited because I'm back online. And tonight we're going to talk about Dr. Dre's wife walking away with $100 million. Dr. Dre's now ex-wife has filed for divorce, and now we're going to talk about, should you get married? So if you want to know if marriage is right for you as a successful man or woman, that is what we're going to talk about in tonight's broadcast. Guys, thank you so much for bearing with me during this time. Thank y'all for being on. Please leave me a comment to let me know that you are here. If this is your very first time watching, welcome. My name is Uzziah. I'm a professional business consultant, and my job is to help you get out of debt so that you can start your own business. And the reason why tonight's topic is so heavy is because so many people start to build a career path not thinking about how important their relationship plays into things. You know, you could be the smartest person in the world, but if you put yourself alongside somebody else that's not helping you get to the next level, all of that intelligence does you no good. Tonight, we're going to talk about, should you get married and how to go about doing it. So please make sure that you smash that like button. It only takes 2 seconds, but it will go a really long way towards growing this channel, guys. And listen, y'all, before we get into tonight's broadcast, I just got to catch up with y'all, man. Can I give a shout out to the tribe? Can we give a shout out to just being back on? We are doing this show now in 2022. I love y'all, man. Listen, I've been missing y'all, man. I've been missing y'all. I've been missing y'all. I've been missing y'all. Shout out to Ariel tuning in from Austin, Texas. Okay, shout out to Ariel from Austin, Texas. So you say. Shout out to Sheer Queen. My sister Sheer Queen is in the house, y'all. Y'all know we got to give a round of applause for her. Let's give a shout out to the sister Michelle Jael Israel. So happy to see you on. So happy to see you on. Guys, I know that y'all heard last week I was moving. That's the reason why you're now seeing a completely different background. The reason why you're seeing me in a completely different background and it's no longer black is because your boy done moved, y'all. And I've got some exciting news, okay? Listen, I've been so excited to get back on these shows. I have not been able to live my life without y'all. I've been having withdrawals. I went from doing shows 6 days a week to going a little bit over a week without one show. I was like, oh my God, can you please give me internet in this house? You know, I told y'all I was getting new property and I had to wait for the internet guys to come. But guess what, y'all? The internet came today, y'all. And the very first chance I got, I'm doing another show. So y'all bear with me because we're going to be doing some talking tonight. I'm going to put the link for y'all to cam up. Y'all know I'm excited. Tonight, we're going to talk about Dr. Dre's wife walking away with $100 million. How you need to focus on what your relationship choices are going to be if you're going to be successful over time. You may be on top today, But y'all could end up having a Nicole Young by your side, and that may lose the bag significantly. Okay. Sheer Queen says she was getting ready to watch some replays. I'm back, my sister. I'm back by the grace of God. All praise to the Most High God. Now, listen, y'all. How many of y'all remember I told y'all I had some exciting news on my last show? How many of y'all remember last Monday I told y'all I was holding back my excitement? I was holding back all the secrets because I had something that I wanted to share, but I did not want to count my chickens before they hatch. For those of y'all that remember that, just hit me a one real quick, please. Let's show the audience that y'all are tuned in with me. I know we playing catch up here. Shout out to my brother Roy, starting us back off on the right track. Shout out to my brother Roy, man, with the $10 super chat. Good to see you on, my brother. Good to see you on. Good to see you on, man. Listen, I'm in a brand new house, and I am getting readjusted to everything, y'all. So just know this is not going to be the full-time background that you see. My team has been waiting for my move so that way we could actually get us set up with a real nice backdrop. All right. So shout out to the team. Be on the lookout for some updates this week. But Michelle Jael said, yes, she remembers how I was holding back my excitement from last week. I told y'all I got exciting news, life-changing news. Guys, are y'all ready? I've been waiting to tell y'all that as of December 29th, 2021, your boy made his first $1,000,000. Did y'all hear me? As of December 29th, 2021, your boy made his first $1,000,000, y'all. And thank you so much for all of the support. Thank you to everybody who has supported me for all of these years to come. Now, as of December 29th, 2021, guys, I now own over $1,000,000 worth of real estate. That's right. Man, who would have ever thought, man? Young black guy coming from South Central Los Angeles, doing this thing in my mid-30s. I can't wait to do a video showing y'all how I did it. Y'all know the house tour is coming soon, right? Do y'all know that? The house tour is coming soon. The whole team was on board. I have folks down here filming. We took some great photographs. I'm going to show you all the place once it gets set up. Listen, guys, I have been blessed. We are blessed, y'all. Our entire team is blessed because y'all know I'm taking y'all with me. I want y'all to know this entire time when y'all been watching all of these shows back in 2021, you were getting Millionaire Game, guys. So I thank you so much for all of the support. I love y'all. I'm excited for what 2022 has in store. I'm looking forward to us taking this thing to totally new levels. So y'all just stay tuned, and thank y'all so much for all of the love that y'all are giving in the comments section. Michelle Jael said, woohoo, congrats. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Said major accomplishment. Okay, we got folks chiming in. My sister LA for life, man. Could I have made my first million without the sister LA for life? My sister LA for life. I thank you so much, my sister, from the bottom of my heart. Your support has been phenomenal. I have been so blessed from the time that I have met you, my sister, and I hope that I have not let you down. Oh, man, talk about people that know how to show support. My brother, my brother, my brother, my brother, my brother, the brother Juice, man. This brother Juice, y'all been rocking with me since 2015. Since 2015, okay? I was on that $1,000,000 journey all that time, my brother. Thank you for believing in me, King. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for having faith in this process, man. I don't forget about my day ones, y'all. I don't forget about those that were rocking with me before the $1,000,000 got here. And I thank y'all. I love y'all. And guess what? I'm going to be looking for y'all that much more, because now that we are on this new milestone, it is time to put on the tribe. That's right, y'all. When I was growing up in South Central, man, I used to always ask myself, how come these people who made money and got successful never came back to the hood and showed other people how to do it? I made a life goal that if I ever accomplished certain things in my life, I was going to give back. So I appreciate y'all for being on here. And we're going to talk a lot about that journey, guys. I'm going to give y'all the real deal. It's been a process. And I want y'all to know everything that I've been through up till this point in my life has been well worth it, because this is a story that only God could create. But listen, y'all, I'm not going to spend the entire time talking about this $1,000,000. We're going to have another show for that. I'm going to have a show where I'll walk through how I made my first $1,000,000 in real estate. And then I want to actually have a live event celebrating the journey, because I want to invite people in advance. Okay. I don't want to do one of these pop-up shows where y'all don't know what the show's going to be about in advance. I want to give y'all ample time to be present, because my win is your win. This is for all of us. You're able to now say that the show that you've been tuning in on, you've been sponsoring a young Black man who went out in front of the world and showed the world that we could do it, guys. Okay. That means the world to me. I don't know about y'all, but it's so much deeper than money, y'all. And I just appreciate y'all for all of the support. But now let's get into the show. So I'm starting to see some comments, and make sure that you smash that like button, y'all. Y'all know I typically go head first into the topics, but I just couldn't do that tonight, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all know I miss y'all. I love y'all. And if I were to get on here and just talk through these points, I felt like that would be disrespect, because it feels like it's been forever since I've seen y'all. So now let's get into the topic, okay? Dr. Dre's ex-wife walks away with $100 million. Should you get married? What do y'all think about that? I want y'all to start leaving me comments on what y'all think about the topic. I don't know if y'all heard about this already. I'm sorry that I'm just now doing this broadcast. Listen, man, y'all know how mad I was when I found that out. I was like, damn, what all this got to happen on the week that I'm moving? I'm hearing all kind of stories. I'm seeing all kind of situations happen. And I'm like, damn, man, see, this is the reason why I need to be doing this show. Y'all don't know, I've been spending so much money on my phone, setting up a hotspot, just paying for internet until the internet came. So happy to be on. Enough rambling. Enhanced Utility said, from my understanding, he's able to keep his IPs, meaning intellectual properties, and other financial infrastructures that keeps generating cash flow. So it's a win in his book. It's like the same scenario as Jeff Bezos. I agree. And I appreciate you talking about the importance of retaining assets like intellectual property, because even if you part ways with cash, you still have control of assets that will make you more money over time. Y'all know that this is what this channel is all about. It's all about helping you guys get to the very next level so that you can become the very best version of yourself. I want to show you guys what generational wealth is all about in 2022, guys. Listen, man, even though I've made my meal, I'm still here. And so I want you guys to understand the importance of what Enhanced Utility said. This is the reason why you must have ownership, because you get the assets first and then the money will come. Excellent comment, Enhanced Utility. Shout out to you. Now, another thing that Enhanced Utility said was all she got was a cash payout and some property, which is fine. If I was the man, I'd rather keep assets that generate cash flow instead of assets that cut into my cash flow. Now, listen, y'all, tonight is special because not only is Enhanced Utility holding down the top comments for the night. I mean, can we give a shout out to Enhanced Utility? Enhanced Utility is really coming through. Not only is Enhanced Utility coming through as far as these comments, I want to remind y'all that whoever makes the highest donation on tonight's broadcast will be the official sponsor for tonight's show. Now, the Brother Juice did set a very high bar at that $100 sponsorship. Shout out to that brother. Okay, so for those of y'all that are looking to sponsor tonight's broadcast, please make sure that you tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat box. Guys, even if you're watching this broadcast after the live stream is over, you can still donate. The links are in the descriptions below. And I do want to give a special shout out to Paige, who sent me $100 Cash App while I was moving. Shout out to Paige. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the sponsorship. Make sure that y'all smash that like button. Tonight is going down. Tonight we're talking about how Dr. Dre's ex-wife walked away with $100 million. I'm asking the question, should you get married? That's the question I got on the table, y'all. Leave a comment below. Should you get married? Yes or no? Now, as we go through these comments, I'm going to share the article on the screen. Y'all know how we do it. I always come with the receipts and the information for reference so that we can be educated on what we are talking about. So listen, it says Dr. Dre to pay Nicole Young $100 million in divorce settlement. This is a picture of Dr. Dre and his ex-wife, Nicole Young. Woo! After the long divorce battle between Dr. Dre and his ex-wife, Nicole Young, both parties have reached an agreement. Nicole had her legal team working hard to make sure she secured the bag. And it looks like all their hard work paid off. According to TMZ, Nicole walked away from the 24-year marriage with $100 million due to their property settlement agreement. Now, that's a long time to be married, guys. I could tell y'all that up front. You know, as somebody who will be married for 10 years as of 2022, shout out to me and Ariel, 10 years in, y'all, 10 years in, y'all. I got to give y'all, listen, man, I told y'all, 2022 is going down. It's nothing but blessings. And I'm going to show y'all how to level up, okay? Dr. Dre and his wife was married for 24 years. She's walking away with $100 million. It says, although it's not exactly half, $100 million is a lot of money. Hell yeah, it is. TMZ says Dre is delighted. And let me say something real quick. Since we're talking about Dre's $100 million, I'm going to tell y'all something that I've been saying to myself quietly for a very long time. The first million is the hardest. If y'all don't take away nothing else from my broadcast, I want y'all to know, as somebody who's accomplished that, the first million is the hardest. Once I got that first million, guys, I was already at 1.1. It just starts to move faster once you can reach that threshold, because the experiences that you have to go through, the lessons that you learn, the obstacles that you have to overcome are so great before you get to that first million that once you start moving beyond that, all you're doing is just leveraging all of your experience and just keeping the momentum going. We're going to talk about that more on its own broadcast, but I just had to bring that up here. It says 100 million is a lot of money, and I just want to point this out. No matter where you are right now, I want you to understand, guys, you can get there as long as you stay focused. If I can do this, so can you. Guys, I'm nobody special. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I was put in remedial English in middle school. I was almost in a situation I wasn't even able to get to high school. So I want y'all to understand that if I could be homeless 12 years ago to now being where I am today, there's no excuse. And one of the biggest reasons why I'm happy that the Most High has blessed me in this manner is because I just want to be a voice to be encouraging to you to say, if I can do it, so can you. Now you got an example, guys. But back to the article. Although it's not exactly half, $100 million is a lot of money. TMZ says Dre is delighted. Nicole only gets a fraction of his estate. Reports state that Dre agreed to pay their agreement, which will be split up in $50 million now and the rest a year later. Dre's estimated net worth is $820 million. Some of you may recall from our previous reports that Nicole and Dre had a prenup put in place, hence why she didn't receive half, even though she contested the agreement. So I know that a lot of y'all out there saying, man, but you could protect yourself as long as you get a prenup. Guys, I want y'all to see this. Just because you have a prenuptial agreement in place does not mean that you won't get got. You can still have a lot of money taken in marriage. In addition, Dre gets full rights to his master recordings, trademarks, and interests in various partnerships and trusts. This is what the let me go back real quick. Let me put it on the screen. This is what Enhanced Utility was talking about a little bit earlier when he was making reference to intellectual property. She was trying to get half of the Chronic. I'm not talking about the Chronic, the weed smoke. I'm talking about the album. She was trying to get half of all this man's intellectual property. And I'm like, man, the question that you got to ask yourself is, was she really shooting with him in the gym? Was she in the studio with Dr. Dre when Dr. Dre came out with the Chronic? Was she providing him with the beats and the artist that was necessary to get on that level, guys? I mean, I'm just asking. To be able to walk away with all this money and to then claim half of all of this intellectual property, that's a lot. And so it says, in addition, Dre gets full rights to his master recordings, trademarks, and interests in various partnerships and trusts. The producer will also keep all of their Apple stocks, which includes the proceeds from the sale of his company, Beats by Dre. Nicole also gets to walk away with some items of her own, including 4 vehicles they are dividing from a fleet of cars. Dre will receive 6. Now, going back to what Enhanced Utility said, this is definitely a win on Dr. Dre's part, considering the circumstances. Obviously, I know a lot of y'all out there that's like, okay, well, it would be a real win if he didn't have to part ways with none of the money. But given the circumstances, he retained his assets. For those of y'all that have been on this show for some time, you should already know the average car is a liability. It is not putting money into your account, it is taking money away. The average car drops down 50% in value once you take it off that new car lot. So, guys, this is the reason why we're always talking about investing in assets on this channel. Now, granted, for somebody that is worth close to $1 billion like Dr. Dre is, chances are he may have had some vehicles that actually appreciated in value. Not all cars are liabilities. There are some exotic cars that actually is worth more money over time. For example, Bugattis are appreciating assets. There are some Ferraris that will make more money That's its own game. And so I want you guys to understand that even when you think about things that traditionally cost money, they can end up making you more money over time as long as you preserve them. Nicole will also keep her jewelry, cash, and bank accounts that she maintained during the marriage. However, she is responsible for paying her own legal fees, which totals millions of dollars. Do you think the settlement was fair? That's my question to you. Do you guys think that the settlement was fair? Do you think that she walked away with too much? Do you think that she walked away with too little? Listen, guys, I want y'all on camera. Cam up, cam up, cam up. I want y'all's feedback on tonight's broadcast. Now, for those of y'all that are donating through Cash App or PayPal, shout out to you. I really appreciate that. Please leave me a comment and let me know if you are doing so. That way I can check the Cash App or the PayPal live and put some respect on your name. Okay, so just let me know. So for those of y'all that are doing that, leave that comment and I'll shout you out. The rest of y'all, all you got to do is tap the dollar icon directly below this live chat box on YouTube in order to give a super chat donation. And whoever makes the highest donation for the night will be the official sponsor of this broadcast. Now, let's get into these comments. Y'all, cam up. I'm not just trying to be on here by myself. Where's my brother Yasha Allah? See, I done taken so much time in having to move that my brother Yasha Allah has just gone MIA. The brother has gone MIA. Let's hope that the brother Yasha Allah is back on tomorrow. Okay, now let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Enhanced Utility says, that being said, they really do need to change the laws to reflect equality that the feminists have been harping on. It seems to me that men come up short legally. Now, let's talk about this. Now, traditionally, the male is the breadwinner slash sole provider of the house. So in a divorce, alimony always means that the man is going to have to take half of his assets, split that with his wife, and then continue to make certain payments to his wife over time. I've seen this, guys. A lot of y'all know I have actually been a marriage counselor in multiple congregations, and I've seen situations where people go through divorce, people end up losing a lot of money, and I gotta be honest, some of y'all should not have been in those marriages in the first place. Some of y'all did not have no business getting with who you got with, but for whatever reason, you decided to walk down the aisle with that person, and now it has become very expensive. A lot of you men are crying broke once you go through that divorce. Oh man, how could she do this to me? But you were warned. You might have saw the signs in advance, and we tried to warn y'all. So listen, man, I'm asking y'all the question. Do you think that Nicole Young took too much money? Do you think that she stole this from Dr. Dre? Do you think that she should have gotten more? I want to get y'all's feedback. Leave your comments. Give me your thoughts. Cam up. I want to see what y'all got to say. Now, the reason why I was giving that background on what Enhanced Utility said was I've seen situations where the woman ends up having to come out of pocket during a divorce and cover the alimony. For example, with Halle Berry. Halle Berry is a premier actor in Hollywood, and y'all know she can't keep a man worth a damn. And she ended up having to pay a lot of money to the last dude that she was married to. And so this is when some of these women started to get a taste of what men have been battling all this time. It's often been said that the American court system is not well suited for men when it comes to marriage. And there's a lot of truth to that. So this is the time where we got to unpack this. Brothers, I want to hear y'all's thoughts. Ladies, I want to hear y'all's commentary. Sheer Queen said, "That's so funny you say we are blessed. Your email came in at a special time this morning, and that was reassurance you were going to help my family and I level up." Listen, Sheer Queen, you already know what it is. You already know that's the reason why I'm here. It's the reason why I do these shows. Listen, y'all want to know something so funny? When I started to tell my closest friends that I made my first $1 million, the first thing that they said, "Show us how to do it." They wanted to know, hey, show me the gems. But guess what? I've been showing y'all how to do it on every broadcast. Every broadcast, I've been showing you guys all of the steps that I apply in my personal life. The only difference is you did not know where that was taking me at the moment. So now I got an official stamp. I could tell you I got over $1 million in real estate. So now when I give you all this game for free on this YouTube channel, now you can put some respect on it. And now you know that if I'm doing that and that got me to my million in real estate, guess what it can do for you? So guys, please make sure that you smash that like button, y'all. Stay with me tonight, y'all. Stay with me, y'all. Also, please make sure that you give a sponsorship. All you got to do is tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat box. If y'all are giving donation through Cash App or PayPal, then all you need to do is leave me a comment that you did it, and I'll give you a shout out and show you some love. Roy said, "All praise to the Most High God." Indeed, my brother, indeed. You said, "I know it's only the beginning of more to come for you, King." Hey, my brother, I'm just trying to walk in your footsteps, man. I'm trying to be a builder like you, my brother. All right. Thank you so much for all of the support, all the encouragement. Let me tell y'all something, man. It really means a lot when you can live your life around people who want to see you win. It really helps when you take yourself away from destructive people that want to see you lose. Guys, there's a reason why certain blessings started happening in my life right now. You have to work yourself into a space where you build a circle around people that are helping you get to the next level, that are pushing you, that are encouraging you, that are praying for your successful milestones. If you are not building a community of people in your life that's helping you get to the next level, guys, they are pulling you back. Remember, it's either you're moving forward or you're falling behind. So let this be the channel that inspires you to get to the next level. Listen to this. Oh, and thank you so much once again, David Robinson. Listen, my brother, I got your messages. I'm so behind on everything with this new move. I'm going to be reaching out to you this week. You got my word. We're going to definitely collaborate. I'm looking forward to that, my brother. Okay. LA for Life said, "We grew up with Dr. Dre, my sister, all of us in Compton. I have seen this happen before. We lived around the corner from NWA. Wow. Shout out to LA for Life. Dr. Dre is literally a billionaire straight out of Compton, and now you. Hey, I ain't in the billions yet. I am not in the billions yet, but I could give y'all a receipt on that milli, y'all. I can give y'all a receipt on that. Like I said, man, I am excited to share with y'all all of the details. Not even for me and my benefit, but just to show y'all how to do it and give y'all that encouragement. Shout out to my brother Rodney Lawrence, man. Shout out to you, King. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Thank you, my brother. You said you hope all is well. You've been busy, but my channel is never forgotten. Thank you, my brother. That means a lot to me, man. Much love to you and yours. Thank you again for your commitment to our community. Hey, that's what it's about, man. If we don't do it for ourselves, who else is going to do it for us? So, guys, let's continue to celebrate each other. Let's continue to pour into each other. I told y'all in 2022, this is the time for us to take things to the next level. So listen, I'm taking the first step. And that's what a leader does, guys. A leader leads by example. A leader leads from out front. I'm not going to tell y'all to get y'all ish together. Meanwhile, I'm stalling in the back. If I tell y'all that the dream is real, I've got to show and prove first. And that's exactly what I want to do, guys. So thank y'all so much for rocking with me. Okay. Now, LA for Life said no. Nicole Young should not have gotten that 100 mil. She wasn't even on the block. She don't know nothing about that life. She don't know nothing about that Compton life. Once the brother didn't hit it big, now she was on the come up. Rodney Lawrence says, my question is, when will our men learn? Unfortunately, Dre isn't the first and won't be the last. That's heavy, guys. Okay. Listen, I want to ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that you should still get married? You know, I got a very interesting take on this. I'm one of the few Black YouTubers out there that still honors marriage because, as a man of the Most High God, as a man of the book, a man of the cloth, as they say, I got to keep it biblical, but with all thy get understanding. You know, y'all was about to make me bust out into a sermon, and I'm about to end up doing that for a little bit because I want to express my position on marriage. I feel that marriage is one of the most important decisions that you can ever make in your life. I think that most people truly don't understand the weight of it. And I think most people don't realize that who you choose as a spouse can make or break your life. Marriage isn't for everybody. But if you decide to get married, I want you to understand who you choose as a spouse will either be an asset or a liability in your life. See, this is a part of this $1 million game that you guys are going to get in the year to come. I need you guys to start thinking in terms of tangible and intangible assets. What I mean by that is when you look at my balance sheet, you can see real estate as a tangible asset. You can put a dollar amount behind that to quantify the wealth that I've been given. But one thing that you cannot quantify is the intangible asset of my marriage. This is not something that's documented by any accountant, but I will let you know. In being in an upright marriage, you can actually get to the destination faster. I know a lot of you brothers don't believe that. I know a lot of you brothers believe that every woman in this world is out here to get you. Every woman is going to slow you down. I try to instruct you men as kings to make right decisions on having a woman by your side who can help speed up the process rather than slow you down. A lot of you guys see Ariel on every broadcast. She is on my team. If there are times where I feel like she's getting in the way, I'm going to tell her. And we're going to press forward on as a team, me being the leader and the team captain, and her supporting that process so that the team can win. I'm telling you guys, there's a reason why God created man and woman. When God created man, he said it's not good that man should be alone. The problem is we're so confused in this modern world on what a righteous woman looks like that we start to bring the wrong women into our lives and then come to believe that marriage is a broken system. I'm telling you, marriage in America is very challenging because the court system works against you, especially if you have kids with that wife. And this world promotes fornication. So it's going to be you against the world in your marriage. But guys, it is still possible. It is still possible if you are married to get on the same page and make sound decisions that will benefit the both of you. Not everybody is going to experience that. You're going to have to work very hard, but I want you guys to not think in terms of absolutes. Don't think that there is 100% failure rate in marriage. There is a 50% divorce rate, unfortunately, but you can alter the statistics by making better decisions. It's no guarantee, but there are things that you can do along the way. Now, guys, I got to give y'all a couple scriptures. Y'all know I always say you got to put the Most High into everything that you do. This is yet another reason why I felt that it was so important for me to make my first $1 million. I get on this show night after night and I champion why you need to put the Most High into all of your worldly affairs, not just when it comes to praising his name. You need to put him into your business. You need to put him into your day-to-day life. You need to do things according to God's commandments. And rather than just being another worldly dude that's out here getting to the bag, but is popping Molly, I wanted to set an example of showing the world what it's like to keep God's laws and his statutes and commandments while also getting to the money. Because I'm a firm believer that when you read in the scriptures, the men that kept God's commandments, God was blessing them. When you look at Abraham, Abraham was blessed. When you look at Paul, Paul was a blessed man. But I'm not going to turn this into a whole spiel. We're going to go back to the subject at hand. When you look at Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4, it says, marriage is honorable in all. God deals with marriage. There's no boyfriend, girlfriend in the Bible. There's no jump off in the Bible. A lot of y'all be calling yourselves Christians, but y'all be out here doing the most worldly things. If you're going to follow the Most High, do things the Most High's way. That's where the blessing comes. Seek ye first that kingdom, and he'll add everything else on. It says marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. Don't think just by tricking in these streets, you're going to be spared from losing 100 mil. In fact, I would argue that more men lose 100 mil tricking off in these streets rather than being married and losing 100 mil in court through a divorce. Y'all don't hear me. I believe that more men lose more money sleeping around in these streets, keeping women at the focus, than men lose in a legal divorce. And the reason why I say that is because nobody is counting how much money you lose when you dedicate all that time to different women. See, the courts are able to quantify their numbers because you're looking at men who have already been well established. What I'm saying is, how many men are there around the world who will never get themselves established because they're so busy out here chasing women, never settling down, that they are losing money that they will never see? You could be the next millionaire, but you will never know it if you spend all day chasing the opposite sex. There has to be a time where you lock in and get focused. That's why the Bible says marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. You got to have enough belief that if God said he's going to judge the whoremonger and the adulterer, maybe he's going to judge your pocket if you're out here whoremongering. Maybe the Most High can put you in bad situations of child support with all these different women that you had kids with who are not your wife, as a lesson on the importance of marriage. Listen to what I'm saying, guys. I'm not getting on here as a simp that's saying everybody should be married. I'm not getting on here saying take any woman off the street. I'm coming on here as a married man, and I am telling you guys, if it were not for me very carefully choosing my choice of spouse, I would not be married. Because either you need to choose very well, or this is not an avenue that you will want to pursue. You need to stay focused on building yourself up, becoming the best version of yourself. Get yourself to the money without focusing on these women, and then see what God will put in front of you. Some of you guys, you're trying to look for the perfect wife right now when you're broke. But no woman is going to want to operate in her perfection towards you if you don't have anything to offer. God typically gives those types of women to men that have something beside themselves. And we're going to talk about that all tonight, y'all. I'm not going to be on here all night, but I am going to be giving out this game to the extent that I know it. Please make sure that you smash that like button. Tonight, we're talking about Dr. Dre's wife walking away with 100 mil. Now, I know that y'all might be thinking, well, Uzziah, oh man, the camera just went out. The camera just went out. Let me put the camera back in, y'all. I'm on here talking too much. Let me get this camera set back up. We still in here. We rocking, we rolling. Ariel, if you with me, look out. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the brother Rick Judah is in the house. Shout out to the sister Shemaya is in the house. Shout out to LA for life. We in here, y'all. We in here. Let's make sure that we got this whole thing set up. Y'all know, man, we moving. And the move, man, listen, man, thank you so much for all of y'all's support. Okay, so back to where we were. And Ariel, just make sure that we're good on everything. Make sure that the camera is good. Make sure that everything is solid. Okay, tonight we're talking about Dr. Dre's wife walks away with 100 mil. This is a prime example of what I'm talking about in marriage. This is a prime example of what I'm talking about with the benefits. Do you have somebody on your team that's watching your broadcast as you do the show, to where if the camera cut off, here it is, they're walking in the room, hooking the camera back up for you? My wife is in her 3rd trimester, but is still putting in work for the company. A lot of y'all will try to get people on your team that don't care anything about your process at all. They only show up once it's time to spend your money. And at some point, you got to look at yourself and say, that's not their fault, it's yours. It's your fault by why you even brought that person on your team. Why would you onboard a person like that if they're not really trying to see you win? If they're just trying to take what they're not trying to give, why would you allow yourself to take in that energy? Okay, so again, we're talking about this, guys, and I want to see what y'all's thoughts are. I see y'all are shy. You're not trying to cam up. You're trying to see me on this camera 100% of the time as punishment for going a week without doing a show. I see what y'all are doing, but please make sure that you donate all the same, y'all. Okay, so listen, we talked about, should you get married? I gave y'all the scripture, marriage is honorable in all. I'm going to give y'all another scripture right here. This is another verse. This is Matthew chapter 19. And we're going to start off at verse 5. I promise y'all this is not going to be a whole Bible lesson, guys, but I'm just showing this to show that even when Christ came on the earth, he had a discussion with the disciples about whether or not you should get married. And this is something that we must understand. Matthew chapter 19, verse 5 reads, and said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Now, the reason why Christ said no more twain but one flesh is because she's supposed to be following your program. A lot of y'all are still in a boyfriend and girlfriend mentality where you're lying down in bed together, but you are not together on one accord. You got to be on the same page, and the man is the head of the house. Wherefore they are no more twain but one flesh. Wherefore What therefore God have joined together, let not man put us under. They say unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away? He saith unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whoso marrieth her, which is put away, doth commit adultery. Let me break this down. What Christ is saying is that the covenant of marriage is supposed to be for a lifetime. Under the time of Moses, men had a certain mindset where they were just getting rid of their wife for any reason. Marriage is supposed to be an institution where you ride it out with that other person for the rest of your life. But Christ is telling you, if you have a wife that's sleeping with other men, you can get a divorce. You're not supposed to get a divorce as a Christian for any old thing. Then the disciples, in hearing that, say, if the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry. So even when you read the Bible, godly men are saying not every man should get married. Not every man has the mentality to vet a woman out to know that she can be faithful and go the distance. Even amongst the men who are among the best of the vetting process cannot guarantee that their wife won't be in these streets over 30 years' time. So what I'm telling y'all is that marriage is not for everybody. However, if you're going to get into it, please make sure that you're making a sound decision. Make sure that you look for the right attributes, okay? Sometimes you brothers, you'll get into a marriage with a woman just because of her looks. But as you can see with Dr. Dre, even when you have the bag, you can still get the bag taken from you on some level, even if you have the prenup. This is why we're talking about this broadcast tonight, y'all. So the question is, should you still get married? Here's my question. Is she shooting with you in the gym? When it comes to the team that you have, you need to know who's there to take and who's there to give. A lot of y'all, you're not discerning about why people are in your circle. You need to know, why are they there? Is somebody contributing to your process or somebody taking away? So prime example, when we looked at the situation that just happened, right? Y'all saw Ariel just get on here, hook the camera back up, the camera went out. If Ariel only showed up once it was time for me to make the million, is she really here to give or is she here to take? Okay. See, y'all got to try people, man. Y'all got to give people time to see what part they have to play in your life. But some of y'all, as soon as you get to the money, you be so quick to invite everybody in. And that's how the money will go. Shout out to my brother Rick Judah once again. He said, what's good? I see you back. Shalom, shalom, King. Shalom, shalom. Welcome, welcome. Listen, y'all. Let's keep these super chats going. Let's keep these donations and these sponsorships going. It's been almost 30 minutes since I got the last super chat donation. All you got to do is tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat box. Anything that you can give to donate will go a very long way. Tonight, we're talking about Dr. Dre's wife walking away with $100 million. Okay. So Rodney asked, when will our men learn? Dan Yield says, hell no, it wasn't fair. He says, hell no, it wasn't fair for Nicole Young to walk away with $100 million. And even though that wasn't half, still is a lot of money, guys. Okay. And there's something that I want us to break down as we go into this. This is going to be my last point. As much as we may think that $100 million is a lot of money, which it is, obviously, Something that my boy Brian said that was so profound is hustlers bounce back. Real winners always know how to rise from adversity. They might be down for a time, but real men know how to get back up. You can't keep a good man down. So if Dr. Dre is worth close to $1 billion and he lost 100 mil, nothing is stopping him from growing from here. Same thing when we're talking about guys like Jeff Bezos, as well as others. These guys, man, even though they may take a loss in that courtroom, it's the knowledge that they have that makes them more. See, I'm going to share with y'all something heavy. Make sure that y'all listen good to what I'm about to tell you guys. Remember how Jay-Z said in a song, You Know What in Paris, Negroes in Paris? He said, what's 50 grand to an MF like me? Can you please remind me? What he was saying there is that for somebody that's on his level of income, $50,000 is a drop in the bucket. Economists actually researched that $50,000 to Jay-Z is like $100 to the average person. So for every $50,000 he makes, that's like $100 for him. Ariel needs you back. The camera is still tripping. Guys, give me some time to get readjusted. We're getting back into this new house. We're getting everything set up. Please make sure that y'all continue to support this broadcast so that way we can continue to invest in this equipment and keep this show going. Okay, guys, I'm still on. Hope y'all can hear me quite well. The reason why I'm bringing up this situation about Jay-Z is because Jay-Z told you in that rap record that even though 50,000, or in Dr. Dre's case, 100 mil might sound like a lot of money, it is a lot of money, but you got to think about income on a relative scale. Okay. So even though Dr. Dre lost 100 million, that 100 million is up against what's close to his 1 billion. Okay. The reason why I'm giving y'all this info is because I want you guys to understand it's not about the dollar amount, guys. It's about the knowledge, because life operates on levels. See, the reason why a lot of you guys may never get to 100,000 or 1 million is because you value the dollar amount over the knowledge. But the people who actually have the dollar amount got there because of the knowledge. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all could take away everything that I own. 3 years ago, you saw that happen. I lost my business. I lost my position. I lost a lot of my wealth. But guess what? The one thing that you couldn't take away was the knowledge and the drive. You could take everything from me, guys, but you can't take away the knowledge. And it's the knowledge that gets the money, not the other way around. So I know a lot of you guys are like, oh man, $1 million, it's a lot. Yes, it is a lot. But what I'm trying to explain to you guys is that if you keep the focus on the knowledge, there is no limit to the amount of money that you can make. And because Dr. Dre still has access to his knowledge along with his intellectual property, he's able to continue to grow. The reason why a lot of us end up getting hit harder than Dr. Dre got hit, even though we're not parting ways with as much money, is because we don't have the knowledge that Dr. Dre has. For a lot of us, we don't try to build ourselves up to a level of knowledge that even if we took a loss, we could get it all back. For a lot of y'all, you'll work at these jobs, and guess what? Because the job is all you know, you lose the job, you've lost your wealth. The wealth is in here. It's not out there. So guys, let's focus on building up the knowledge. And we know no matter what happens, the sky is the limit. Shout out to my brother, Rick Judah. Finally got somebody on this broadcast. Brother Rick, good to see you on. What you got for us tonight, King?
Yo, what it do? Shoot, not a lot, man. I was just kind of following along, seeing what went on with the brother, Dre, as far as this 100 mil. I mean, I would say it's sad, but I don't criteria for people that ask for what they got. I mean, just to keep it a buck. My man did write. He wrote a love letter to a married woman, talking about quit effing with dudes and come with your doctor, and I'll take care of you. Right. Well, guess what? That prophecy came true. He's a prophet of wickedness, because he sure is gonna be taken care of her for a good amount of time now.
Absolutely.
It's like, bro, like you come and you steal another man's wife. You just got your reward. You know what I'm saying? You sow wickedness, you reap wickedness. I mean, It is what it is. I don't feel bad for him in that sense. Any woman that will leave her man for you is obviously for the streets.
Absolutely.
Just bottom line. So I mean, it's hard to, like I said, I can't criteria for them. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and play your little violin and go ahead and sit in the corner and cry.
There you go. Now, I'm glad that you said that part right there, Rick, because I think this is the reason why I talk so much on this broadcast about the importance of character. Like, I think, people don't do a character assessment and say, okay, well, if Nicole Young would have done that to the dude that she was with before Dre, what makes you think she won't walk out on you? So if you already know that that's the type of woman that you're dealing with, just know you're playing with fire. And again, they were married for a long time, 24 years. But this is the reason why I just continue to stress the importance of character on this channel. Guys, none of us are perfect, but our job is just to be able to study what happens among successful people, learn from their successes, learn from their failures, so that way we can do better. What else you got on this topic, Rick?
Hey, as you talk about doing better, I know you mentioned too, all these men out here, especially you'll see a lot of them in the YouTube streets talk about, they talking about how women are this, women are that, and all that stuff. And yes, we know, because we understand the scripts, wickedness comes from the woman. It's the source of it. You got a fountain of wickedness, you know what I'm saying? And right there at the source, you got a beautiful face, a big butt and a smile.
Right, there you go.
It's going to be waiting on you, you know what I'm saying? So, long story short, yeah, that's what's going on. But if you build yourself up as a man, then you can lead and put some righteousness in these people. Ephesians 5 is telling you about all of that. Just like Christ in the word is meant to build us up, then we are in the place of God for these women to build them up. But Absolutely. If we jacked up, we toss to and fro, don't know who we are or what we supposed to do. Only thing that's gonna happen is we just really showing we ain't fit for marriage. A lot of these women get influenced. Men, I'm sorry, I call them women, but they actually are women. Shoot, Isaiah said it. So these men are influenced by women because they're not ready for marriage. Like, I could even admit myself, when I first got with my wife before we was married, I wasn't ready for a woman. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't ready to lead nobody. I couldn't even lead myself. You know what I'm saying? All praise to the Most High that I was given direction and I had to get instructed. But if it wasn't for that, I wasn't ready for that. You got to build yourself up as a man, then you become marriage material. Right. Men ain't marriage material at first, and they have to accept that. Unless they've been raised up in that culture, they're not marriage material.
Right.
So, I mean, there's so much I can go in on this, but yeah, man, it's just bottom line, it's not there. And with that being said, Dre obviously wasn't marriage material because he would have known this is not a woman I select as the basically the one with me to push on my legacy. Should have knew he didn't. So
yeah, man. When I look at this situation with Dr. Dre and him getting married, I kind of wonder if he just did that for image. Like, I really wonder if he just did, if he was like really in a mindset, okay, I'm gonna take this woman, I'm gonna marry her. I've got to marry her. Again, if you took her from another man, did that scream marriage material? And I'm just like, see, this isn't. Guys come to me. They're like, Uzziah, well, tell us about business. This plays an important part of business because what happens when you build a business and then you have to split 50% of all of your business assets with your wife? This all plays into it. See, and this is what we talk more about in Breakthrough Year. I need y'all to make sure that y'all check out that program. If you don't understand all of the areas of life that work in harmony, for every one thing that you do in one area is going to throw off what you do in another area. So I'm going to give y'all a prime example. Y'all don't think that Dr. Dre's business was getting affected on some level, having to be in and out of court? You don't think that in a certain time that he could have made multi-million-dollar deals, he's having to be on the phone with an attorney left and right to get this woman off of his back? Y'all got to start to realize how your health, your spiritual life, your relationships all plays into the money that you want to make. But like I said, 2022 just started. I'm giving you all a link. I break this down in a lot greater detail into your breakthrough year. I see that some of y'all have been joining, and I see y'all are already starting to reap the benefits from that. I'm putting the link in the comments below so that y'all could join. Rick, I got a question for you, fam. I know that you're married. What are some of the things that you do in your marriage to keep your marriage going? What are some of the things that you think helps you prevent situations like this?
Shoot. I mean, obviously, of course, before even getting there, of course, you do your work early. But once I'm there, when you start seeing things, I guess certain character traits pop up that kind of show you like, hey, I'm not really supporting you. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it's going to have to be a discussion. Like, okay, are you with me or not?
Right.
Are we going the same direction? Are you trying to help? Because even us going through divorce proceedings, as you said, those things affect my business. If my business is part of your business, we one flesh.
Right.
You doing these things are distractions and taking away from our house. So do you want to add to, or do you want to take away from? If you want to take away from, let's go ahead and cut it. Let's get a settlement done now so we can just get on out of here. So I can move forward. And then when you put that decision right there in their face, they have to basically choose. Okay, am I gonna work with him? Am I gonna work against him? He's putting his foot down, and usually like that firm hand of masculinity kind of usually shakes women up. Usually, but and if you won't get shook up, then obviously you can't do nothing about it. Some women are just like I said, they for the street.
Yeah. And even one part of it, over time, man, people grow apart. And man, we could do a whole show on this, on how this happens. But I've seen multiple married couples. I'm talking about Black marriages that people might have been married 20 plus years, but maybe they grew together, they grew farther apart. The thing that attracted them to each other 20 years ago ain't the same thing that they're on now. And usually it stems from somebody thinking that they can do better. Y'all know 80% of these divorces are being filed by women. And one thing that I can say is in some of these marriages that I've witnessed that have gone into divorce, I tend to notice that there's been times where the women in those marriages, they got tired of their husband. They felt like they wanted to experience new things, but then they actually got out of the marriage and life got harder. And so obviously, it takes two to tango. But guys, we got to really start to think about how this thing is going to work. I keep telling y'all, marriage is not for everybody. We read it in the scriptures, but we got to ask ourselves, if we're going to make marriages work in 2022, what does that look like? Rick, I thank you so much for being on, as always, my brother. I'm looking forward to us doing a new session. Hopefully, tell the people a little bit about how things went for you on that consultation. You ain't got to tell the people all your business, but did you feel like some of the things that you learned in that consultation paid off? How has that been working out for you so far?
Oh, consultation. Hey, like honestly, we got a lot of clear insight and direction on where we wanted to go. Like it was, yeah, like I said, it was more so understanding that you kind of gotta, I guess, don't spread yourself too thin, but more so, zero in and focus. And knowing we have clear direction, it kind of gives you. It's like the scripture. It's like,
Right.
okay, in life you get told, okay, be good, and you go to heaven. You know what I'm saying? Be good. Well, we don't know what good means, so being able to now get a source with more wisdom than us, which is Christ. He's gonna tell us, hey, to do good is to keep the commandments. Well, now as far as we're going, okay, here we wanna move, we wanna go ahead and make this business go. So once you gave us clear direction, okay, you want to do good, aka, as I was saying, here's how you do good, and you gave us clear direction. It went very well, and like I said, we getting more and more things in motion, and I'm definitely gonna keep you updated on the progress. So Lord's will, it goes good, because I must free myself up, well, free ourselves up, so that way, we can get more accomplished. Kind of like yourself, you can get more accomplished and do more for the nation, because that's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. We got to do that. We got to do that. Yeah. For those of y'all that don't know, uh, the brother Rick, give me one quick second. So yeah, y'all. So yeah, for those of y'all that don't know, the brother Rick had a one-on-one consultation with me. That's what we've been talking about. He and I got together through a Zoom call, broke bread for a little bit over an hour, just to be able to walk through how he can create some new streams of income. So, for those of you guys that are wanting to set up new streams of income in 2022, make sure that you link up with me. I've been opening up new slots for my live consultations. I'm going to talk with my team on how much I'm going to promote that, because really 2022 is all about you guys getting on the breakthrough year. Okay. If you know with the consultations. But right now, I think the first thing that y'all need to really do is get in the breakthrough year. And I would even advise that to Rick. For those of you that felt like you got a lot of value through my consultations, as well as my live broadcasts, you'll definitely need to check out my 12-month coaching program, because I give you guys a step-by-step breakdown on how to have your most productive year possible. My brother Rick, much love, man. Thank you. I don't know if you heard the milestone. Were you on a little bit earlier? Did you hear about the news?
Oh, oh no, I came on a little later, like yeah, so I probably missed it. What happened? What was it?
Oh, yeah. I told everybody last week that I had some exciting news that I was holding back until this week. As of December 29th of 2021, your boy made his first $1 million. I now own over $1 million worth of real estate, and I got a video coming soon on how I did that, man. So I definitely want to thank you for definitely being one of the most supportive brothers in my corner. Thank you so much for all of your prayers, King. Thank you for all the encouragement, man. For those of y'all that don't know, man, this brother Rick, man, he be trying to really pick my brain on a lot of stuff, like business, spiritual, just day-to-day things, man. And I could tell y'all, man, this brother, he definitely has a strong interest in learning and potential for growth and knowledge, man. So shout out to you, my brother Rick. Thank you so much for all of your support. Let's continue to support each other, my brother. All right, it's time to get you over to that other side.
All right, for sure, for sure. Hey, and I'll be back out there too. So I'm looking forward to getting back to Texas. So yeah.
Yes, sir. You got to check out the new pad. All right, now. All right, y'all. So listen, man, I'm about to get up out of here. Did y'all have a good broadcast tonight? Did y'all enjoy what tonight's broadcast was about? If you did, please make sure that you smash that like button. Hey, thank you so much, Kadash. I really appreciate it. Yes, I'm definitely going to be giving y'all some more details about this in the videos to come. Going to be sharing with y'all the news. Going to be doing a video with a house tour. Going to be showing you a lot of receipts, going to be walking you through the step-by-step process on how I made my first $1 million in real estate. Guys, this broadcast is all about showing you the way, and that's what I'm going to do. I made a commitment that I'm going to take as many people as I can with me, but y'all got to be willing to put in the work, okay? Ariel said, I like what Rick Judah said earlier. He is showing the importance of choosing the right person, having a supporter versus a user on board, and the importance of male leadership. Absolutely. Thank you so much, my brother Rick, for being on board. Listen, again, y'all, make sure that y'all check out your breakthrough year. You are at the start of 2022. This is the most important time to get in this program. When you join the breakthrough year, this is a 12-month coaching program where I'm going to be walking you guys through how to maximize your time, your energy, and your income. I'm showing you guys how to master these 3 areas so that way you can get the best results of your life. As many of you know, when I was 23 years old, I paid off over $95,000 in student loans 2 years after graduating from Baylor University. A few years later, I retired from corporate America by age 26. I am a real estate investor. I own over $1 million worth of real estate. I'm a best-selling author as well as an entrepreneur. And I want to show you guys how you can start to build your own assets. This channel is all about you creating your own generational wealth. And one of the best ways for you guys to do that is for you guys to join that program. I'm giving you guys a 14-day free trial to get into your breakthrough year where you could start checking out those videos. The program is broken up into 2 videos per month. I've built the program so that you cannot skip past the first month. You're going to watch a video, apply the steps, then watch the next video, and then apply the steps. Then the next video will unlock. Okay, guys, this is not just about you taking in information in 2022. It's about you applying what you've learned. And if you guys get a lot of value through these free online broadcasts, just know anything that you get in my programs is definitely taking things to the next level. I appreciate y'all, man. Listen, we out of here, y'all. I got a lot more in store for y'all, Lord willing. This is just the beginning. I got to catch up on all of the drama I'd have missed out on. There's been some really important stories that took place while I was gone moving. So be on the lookout for me to bring y'all up to speed on some of those stories, on top of some of my best lessons on how you can create generational wealth. Okay. So once again, please make sure that you smash that thumbs up button if you've yet to do so. Please make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can receive an alert whenever I go live. I typically do this show 6 days a week, Sunday through Friday, anywhere between 7 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And as always, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Now, shout out to the brother Rodney Lawrence for the $25 sponsorship. Really appreciate you, my brother. Good to see you on. Also want to give a shout out to my brother Roy. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you, my brother Roy. Really appreciate you, man. Also, I cannot forget the official sponsor for tonight's broadcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you to my brother, none other, my brother Juice. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. $100 sponsorship. Really appreciate and love the sponsorship. Thank you, my brother. All right, y'all. For any of y'all that want to keep this show going, please make sure that you donate. That's what keeps this show on air. Guys, I do this thing for the love of the community, but with the time, energy, and effort that I am investing into y'all, whatever y'all can give back will be greatly appreciated. If you find value from these broadcasts, please donate. All you got to do is tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat box, or if you want to donate through Cash App or PayPal, feel free to do so. Okay, your sponsorships goes to making a better broadcast experience. As y'all can see, I need to get more cameras going. I'm getting my studio set back up. There's a lot that needs to be done. I'm building up my team. So guys, we got a lot on par for 2022, and I cannot do this without your help. So thank you as always for all of y'all support. I'm looking forward to seeing you on tomorrow night's broadcast. Until next time, y'all, keep pushing.